ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your week off right with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jams, The Bird.
There you go. All right, now my head look like it's chopped out of the shop. You see it?
Wait a minute.
So if you can bring the camera go up a little bit. Just push that down. There you go, right there. Good.
Now turn it a little bit that way. Nope, that way.
Towards me, yeah.
Right there.
Yep, there you go. All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
Yeah, this is me, Jabbar Edmond.
And we are the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here, broadcasting live. We want to welcome you to the ride, let you know that you in for a treat. Jabbar, what's good, man?
Hey, man, everything good is all good in the hood, y'all.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to start off with really talking about today in news, and we're going to talk about some of the things that's happening around the country, around the state, and also right here in the Tampa Bay area. And so to kick this thing off, we're going to do a real quick story about some stuff that's happening in the community, man. And I don't know if you've seen it, but over the weekend, the St. Petersburg police department began investigating a shooting that left one person dead and 2 other people wounded. The shooting actually occurred right there across from the lake where we do the lakeside chat, man.
Tragedy, y'all.
It's crazy, man. And they, shortly after 5:30 on Sunday, police say that 3 suspects actually went into a house where 3 brothers was living. And how crazy it is, one of the suspects was actually shot, and then the other 2 brothers was in there too, man. It's a tragic situation, man, with these home invasions and people hungry and whatnot. And they don't really have no names of the other people. It's saying that the officials have not released any more information. But man, look, our message to you, man, if you saw something, say something, man, because you know what I mean. It's just crazy how these things going, man.
Yeah, increase the peace, man. We got to work on increasing the peace. Stopping the violence is something that's abstract, but we can increase the peace, y'all.
For real. And of course, our thoughts and our prayers are with the family, man. And I pray, man, that these tragedies it can stop. And I think a lot of that stuff just deal with trauma, man. People traumatized, and like now, when I rode by there the other day when I seen it, and you see people standing out there, you see them, you see what I'm saying? And so when you see people out there, they standing around, you don't realize the impact of what they have and you don't realize what you do and how it affect other people, man.
Undiagnosed trauma, man. I think we got a real trauma problem in our community. People dealing with problems all kinds of different ways. Their economic problems, their social problems, their community problems. I think we need to start addressing some of the underlying issues that we need to confront these problems.
For real, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
It's bigger than Nino Brown, y'all.
So, brother, what's going on with entertainment, man?
Entertainment today, man. Another sad story. Young rapper XXX Tension was murdered. Along with that murder, the 3 suspects also were caught. So I think I was listening to the other Breakfast Club and I heard
there's another Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
it's the only one. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is the only one that you need to be paying attention to. There is no other. None that's as great as this one anyway.
That's right. I definitely want to because one thing Charlamagne the God said that was very, very, very key is that 4 people lost their lives that day. One young rapper lost his life, and 3 other suspects who are going to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law in Deerfield Beach. They will be arraigned real soon. The young men were actually caught on tape.
I've been hearing some different versions of this story, brother Jabbar. I don't really follow too much about that part of the culture, but I've been hearing it's like it's more to that story than meets the eye. You know what I mean?
It's definitely an unfolding story. The story is definitely unfolding in real time, y'all. The young men were on Snapchat or one of the social social media sites, showing off the bag, showing off the money. So this is a rapidly unfolding story, man. Please keep your eye on this story, man. A young rapper was murdered, and it was a lot of.
Because I said the one thing that I saw was like people was doing like R.I.P. to the rapper, but then I saw somebody was like this rapper was like allegedly had done beat up a girl or something, and so they was trying to figure out like how can people sympathize with this dude and
very controversial. The young man had his challenges, and he had since said he changed his life.
Okay.
And said he was doing things differently. So you must give people a chance to change, because Paul was once Saul, y'all.
Right.
So
that's true.
But at the same time, this is a rapidly unfolding story, and we'll keep y'all up to date on what's coming with it.
All right, that's what's happening, man. And then we got our stay woke, and you know what I mean. So we dealing with entertainment and all of that good stuff. But man, what's the stay woke message in the world?
Okay,
man?
The stay woke message, man. Dr. Boyce Watkins, he was just speaking on life insurance, y'all. So now that we're talking about a lot of murders and a lot of crimes, now let's talk about life insurance.
Right.
Do you have life insurance? Is your family insured?
Right.
For as little as $5 a day, you can get a good policy to take care of the expenses after a death.
Right. And you know what's crazy, right? So shout out to Super Cat Bailey, Carlos Bailey, man. When I first sat down and talked with him on this side of the tracks, we met at IHOP. It was me, Super Cat, and Antoine Shirley. Shout out to Antoine Shirley. And one of the things that Super Cat was saying at that time, this was before we got into like the whole Stop the Violence movement, before we was building, we were just kind of seeing what we can do. And he was saying, man, we need to figure out a way to get these young people to really start getting insurance.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, as crazy as it may sound, you know what you're doing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And you know that you should know it anyway, that it's only a couple of possible outcomes. You never really hear of anybody who's living a certain lifestyle, retiring and moving off to the house on the hill.
That's right.
It usually end up with like the dead in jail. You know what I mean? We got a producer behind the camera that's telling me something that I ain't paying. I'm trying to figure out what that cue was. Yeah. So you got. That's true. So not only the life insurance itself, which you was talking about, but health insurance in general.
That's right. All forms.
Just knowing like that, if something happened, you're gonna be covered.
And one of the things I definitely want to lift up as we talk about life insurance and health insurance and all these different policies that you can take on your family members and yourself, you got to understand that we're born to die. Two things are guaranteed once you're born, is that you're gonna die at one time in one place. And for me personally, we always talk about stop the violence, but the biggest murderer that I know of is health. Heart attacks.
More people dying from heart attacks.
Diabetes. Big R.I.P. to Thunderbolt. Big R.I.P. to all the brothers that we lost just this year on health related issues.
That's right.
Not murders.
That's right.
So if you take a survey and take a real analytical scientific look at what's causing deaths of our community, it's gonna be health. Our women are having heart attacks. Our men are having seizures and diabetes. So look out for that, man. Health insurance is a very low cost and inexpensive thing sometimes, and it could be the biggest investment of your life.
And then check this out. Not only with the health insurance, being covered, but we thinking about it like this. These health insurance policies. I remember reading a story about Master P, where his grandfather died and left him $10,000 in a life insurance policy.
That's right.
He took that and started No Limit Records.
So with that, I'm glad you segued into the part that I really wanted to speak about with these insurance policies, these life insurance policies. These can be keys to wealth building in our community.
Right.
And a lot of times, are we looking for ways to build wealth? Take out a life insurance policy on yourself. Leave it to your kids. You can build wealth that way. So the money that you couldn't make living, you might be able to generate through your death.
Right.
Through a well-planned policy.
Yeah, and I mean, I think one of the things that would hinder us from thinking that that way is that selfishness. You trying to get it while you living.
Can't take it with you.
You can't take, but ain't nobody say you couldn't leave it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody say you couldn't leave it behind.
You know what I mean? And so that can't take it with your mentality. We have to change that, because you got to think, if we're doing the work of teaching our children financial literacy and saying, okay, look, baby, this is what you do with $1 million. This is how you handle it. This is how you invest it. Or this is how you use a couple $100,000. And then when we get in the position where we leave, you know what I mean? God forbid we die, whatever. I mean, like you said, it's guaranteed that we're gonna die.
I said, God forbid. God bless the dead.
Say God bless the dead. So the dead should bless the living, and you can do that by getting a life insurance policy. You know, a substantive life insurance policy, and leaving that to your people, man.
And to get it more personal, and to get it real personal, I myself have been actively looking at. Shout out to Julian.
Yeah.
I have actively been looking for me a life insurance policy, just because of what Dr. Boyce Watkins said.
Yeah.
He actually inspired me to act. I'm really looking for the best policy. I'm looking for a way to put my $5 a day into something that my kids will look back and say, "Hey, Daddy really looked out for me." It's just a real thing, man. We dying out here, man, and it ain't always another man that's killing us. So we got to change the narrative and stop looking out for the next black guy, the next person that kill us. We got to look in the mirror in the morning and look at us killing ourselves.
For real, man. And Elijah Muhammad said, we dig our own graves with our mouth.
That's right.
Because the food that we eat is killing us. And you know what I mean?
So yeah, and that's another subject we will be talking about on the Stay Woke section of this. We would absolutely be talking about, eating right. We'll talk about exercise, and we'll also talk about different kinds of knowledge that we got in our community that isn't always shared. So when we say stay woke, that's not just a shout out to the woke community. That's a shout out to just staying woke on what can help you live a better life.
Not sleeping on life, man.
Exactly.
Not sleeping on life. And so, brother Jabbar, I know you real active in the community, man. I always lift this up. This quote that you gave when they ask you, "Are you a community activist?" And how did you respond to that?
No, I'm not a community activist. I'm active in my community.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've seen you working on, and you've been actively working on, is this Amendment 4 and this rights restoration work. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And just wanted to kind of talk about that and see how we can really get involved and get engaged around this voting restoration amendment, man. Because I think there's a lot of people that's sleeping on that. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to give a small history lesson. The state of Florida only allows for felons to regain their rights through a process that takes 7 to 10 years. So right now, last year we were involved in getting petitions signed to get this on the ballot.
Right.
So the Amendment 4 has now been put on the ballot.
And that's big, because now we have an opportunity to really push through this thing and make sure that it becomes automatic, where you don't have to go through that process. And the ballot summary, I'm just read the ballot summary right here of what it says. So Voting Restoration Amendment is the ballot title. You're going to see this on your ballot, and here's a summary of what you can see. This amendment restores the voting rights of Floridians with felony convictions after they complete all terms of their sentence, including parole and probation. The amendment would not only apply to those convicted of the amendment would not apply to those convicted of murder or sexual offenses who would continue to be permanently barred from the voting unless the governor and the cabinet vote to restore their voting rights on a case-by-case basis. And then if you want to get more information, you can go to secondchancesflorida.org, and it actually gives you like the whole list of people who can actually get their rights restored. But what do you think will be the impact of this on our community, man?
I think that by allowing 1.2 million voters onto the voting rolls will open up opportunities not only for candidates that wouldn't have a chance to be elected, but also open up opportunity for the community to get access to resources.
Right.
Because politicians pander to the people who vote for them.
That's right.
So by allowing 1.23 million people to vote, that opens up resources to communities that wouldn't necessarily have those resources. And this is not just a black thing, because out of that 1.2 million, a very large portion are white and also brown Latino people. This opens up several communities
to
resources that wouldn't be afforded to them because they don't vote,
Right.
because they don't have the opportunity to vote.
And that's the truth, and that's the thing too. When we talk about politics and we talk about why, people tell us that voting don't matter and voting don't count. But if voting really didn't matter, then why you think they're making it so hard for people to vote? Why they doing all of these suppression things? And you know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. It don't add up. You feel me?
For my history buffs, people who know about history, if you look after slavery, the first thing that was attacked was the right to vote.
Yep.
And then after the Jim Crow, after the Civil Rights era, the voting rights were still the target. So white women had voting problems.
Yeah.
The African Americans had voting problems.
Right.
So if you notice that they aim at the people who put politicians into office so that their politicians can be in the office.
Right. And so, yeah, we definitely want to appeal to those who have the ability to vote and have the right to vote to go out and vote for Amendment 4. Vote yes on Amendment 4 so that it actually help to restore the rights to those who want to be engaged politically but just don't have the ability because the system and the way that it's been designed, specifically here in Florida.
And actually, also, I like to reach out to all our community members that want to help out and want to get involved.
Yes.
If you want to get involved, we're doing phone banks. We're doing outreach. We've been doing social media outreach. We want to get the word out about this Amendment 4, and we can use all the help that we can get because this is such a critical point in our lives right now. And if you're not watching national news, even your local news and local politics could get you to see that it is very important that you get involved somehow.
Yes, yeah. And just to really echo and lift up that call to action, man, every Wednesday, every second and fourth Wednesday, because it's the second chances. We saying yes on second chances, and so the second Wednesday, and then also the fourth Wednesday, because we saying yes on Amendment 4. The second Wednesday from 5:30 to 8, we'll be doing phone banks. What we're gonna do is people who have signed the petition, who said that they support it and got us to this point, we're actually calling those people and reminding them that this is on the ballot, and we need your help to make those calls because we collected over 1 million petitions, and we want to contact those 1 million voters so that we can remind them to make sure that they go out and vote on Election Day. So we're doing the second and the fourth Wednesday from 5:30 to 8 p.m. You can meet us at 1601 16th Street South, and we'll be there with phones in hand. You also need to bring your laptop, bring your computer, but if you don't have one, we got tablets that we can provide you so that you can help us make these calls and spread the word about Amendment 4, man.
And you also can join us remotely, mobile, on your mobile devices and then your mobile laptops at home from the comfort of your own home. You can help do these phone banks because, to be honest, each person needs to reach a person.
That's right. And then also, not only those who can vote, there's ways that those who can't vote right now can help. Right. You can help with phone banks, or you can talk to your family members who have the right to vote and encourage them to vote for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we need it. Immigrants. This is very key to our Haitians, our Jamaicans, our Puerto Ricans. Yeah. Y'all got to understand that a lot of y'all do have voting rights. A lot of y'all do have power. Even if you can't vote, you can also influence the people around you that are voting. Because at the end of the day, if we don't make these strategic steps to put ourselves in a place of power, we won't get there, y'all.
Absolutely. All right, so what we're gonna do, man, is we're gonna we talking about the call to action. If you want to call in, you're definitely welcome to call in. If you want to view us live, make sure that you go to Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on Facebook, watch us live, and just tell your friends, man. Help spread the word about the Breakfast Club and the work that we're doing. What can we look forward to, man, with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club? What's on the horizon?
So,
man?
Coming up, man, we're gonna have artists come in. We're gonna have lawyers, doctors. We're gonna open it up to the community, y'all. This is all about the community. The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We're changing up a little bit. We love the music. We love the hip hop vibe, but we gotta also think about strategic power in places where we don't have power, y'all. We're gonna look to really get the juice.
Yes. Get the juice, the juice.
Man.
I got the juice.
Yes,
you got the juice?
Yes,
we got the juice, man.
Dripping everywhere. Juice,
we got the
sauce
juice.
dripping everywhere.
You better know it.
Everywhere.
You better know it, man. All right, so I think we've done a wonderful program, man. It's a lot in store for you, so thank you for tuning in and checking out the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Please share the page, talk to your friends, talk to your family, and let them know, man. It's a great way for you to start your week off right here with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
99.1 Jams, y'all.
The Berg.
mad ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your week off right with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jams, The Bird.